Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a wig review and kind of like a video tutorial on how I style and cut my wigs. I have a new wig here from Donalovehair. I've taken it out of the box once, which is why it looks a little bit messy, but this is the wig in the style SNY082, and it's basically just a long curly mint wig. So I figured that this would be a good opportunity to like do an unboxing and show you guys how I put it on, how I style it, how I cut it, whatever. I asked if you guys were interested in seeing more wig reviews and wig videos because I've been wearing them a lot lately, and you said yes, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys what comes in this box. So first of all, you get a wig brush like this with every wig order, which is pretty cool. These are really good because they're like wide set teeth, which isn't gonna like tangle and mess up your wig. I have one other wig from Donalovehair that I got like 3 months ago. It's the kind of silvery blonde one that I wear a lot in my Instagram photos and in a couple of YouTube videos. That wig is honestly the best synthetic hair wig I've ever tried in my life. So I knew that if I were to get another one from Donalovehair, it would be just as good. And they did send this to me, by the way, just so you guys know, but all my opinions are 100% honest. I will tell you guys the pros, the cons, everything you need to know. Alright, so this is what the wig looks like when you take it out. Obviously I'm going to put this on so you guys can see a little bit better how it looks, but it is super long, and I don't like wearing super long wigs, so I'm definitely going to have to cut this up a little bit. I think I'm also going to straighten it too, just because I don't know, I like the waves, but I like straight hair a little bit more. So like I said, this is the SNY082, and this is 26 inches. It also comes with a wig cap, which is so nice because a lot of the wigs that I've tried or bought don't come with wig caps, so I only have one between like all 8 wigs that I own. So now I have 2. Alright, so I like to put my hair in a French braid before I put the wig cap on. You can do like a bun or a ponytail or anything like that, but I do have really thick hair, so when I do a bun or a ponytail, it's too obvious. Like there's just a huge clump of hair like in the back of the wig, which looks really weird, like I have a cone head, and then I like to kind of pin it up like that. So I'm just gonna do that real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just do something like this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It looks pretty messy, but nobody's gonna see it, right? And then I just flip it up and I bobby pin it in place. And then I'm going to take the little wig cap and just plop this right over the top. Make sure that all your little hairs are stuck in here because they will show underneath your wig if you don't do this. Oh my god, I look so weird. If you guys can see in here, there's 3 different clips, which is nice. There's a spot to clip in the front and then the 2 sides. And then there are these adjustable straps right here. So there's like 4 different areas to clip this into to adjust the cap size. Basically, I have like the largest head in the universe, so I just undo these so it's as big as possible. Okay, let's do this. So this is a lace front wig, which means that there is about 3 inches or so of lace connected to the hairline. Basically, when you get this, you are supposed to cut the lace as close to the hairline as possible to make it look natural. So I'm actually going to take this back off my head to show you guys how to cut it, because you shouldn't cut this while it's on your face. So I just take the scissors and cut this as close to the hairline as possible, but I make sure not to get into the hairline because then the hairs can start like coming apart. Okay, so I cut the lace down pretty far, like you can barely see it there at the hairline, but I didn't want to get too close to the hair. So you can see now that I have it on, you can't see any lace showing. If you do notice that a little bit is showing, you can trim it a little bit more. And then also, if you want to, you can glue this lace down with some lash glue or something like that. I'm not going to go that far because I just don't really care that much, but if you want to make it more secure and more realistic looking, you can do that. But for now, I'm going to look for those clips on the side, like you can see this one right here, and I'm just going to clip that underneath the wig cap. And I think this is supposed to be like a middle part wig, but I'm going to part it over to the side. I'm going to clip that other clip under on that side. And then I didn't do anything with the clip in the front because for some reason it's like all the way back here and I don't want to pull the hairline down this far, so I'm just not going to do anything with that one. So I'm just going to take this brush and comb through everything. I'll let you guys see how this wig looks on its own before I cut or straighten it so you guys can see what it's originally like. There is a lot of hair here too, like it is super thick. So this is what it looks like. It goes all the way down past my boobs, like to my waist pretty much. So it's really bouncy, really fluffy, really wavy. Damn, that's a lot of hair. This looks crazy. So I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting and straightening. Before I get started though, I wanted to talk about the part a little bit. It's a really wide part, which makes it look natural, from a distance, but if you get up close, you can see the wig cap a little bit here and there and my natural dark red hair. So, I mean, it's not that noticeable unless you get up close and kind of turn your head down, but that's just something to keep in mind. So even though this is a synthetic wig, it can withstand some heat. So I'm going to use my Numi hair straightener, but I'm using it at the lowest setting, which is 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to start working in sections, and I'm straightening my hair before I cut it because I want it to all lay properly once it's straight so I can see where exactly to cut it. So I'm just taking this section by my face, brushing through it, and then I'm going to start straightening. And I'm just really lightly going through it, like I'm not letting the straightener rest on the hair for too long. That actually straightened pretty quickly. I'm impressed. I don't care if the bottoms are perfectly straight because I'm going to be cutting those off. Okay, I did get some hair breaking off on the straightener, which is not good. Maybe I'm holding it on the hairs too long, but this has never happened before with these wigs, so that's interesting. Okay, so I'm done straightening it for now. That took about 40 minutes, which honestly isn't as long as I thought it would take. I have hair in my mouth. So other than that hang up in the beginning, like I showed you, where it kind of burnt off some of the hair, that didn't really happen too much afterwards. I started straightening smaller areas at a time, and it was totally fine. It did catch in some places, but it didn't burn any more hair off. Like, it just felt like it was like catching a little bit, and it actually looks really smooth now. Like, I'm surprised it straightens so well. It's really nice. But if you are looking for a straight wig, definitely try to find one that's already pre-straightened. If not, I mean, it's not that much of a pain in the ass to straighten it, but it's definitely just easier to get one that already looks like how you want it to look. As far as shedding goes, I got a little bit of shedding in my brush. Like, if you guys can see, there's quite a bit of hair in there, but that is completely normal for synthetic hair. Now I'm just going to stand up and show you guys how long it is now that it's straightened. Obviously there's a couple spots that are still a little bit curly, but I'm going to be cutting that off anyways. But yeah, once this is straightened, it's like all the way past my boobs down to my belly button. Okay, so now that it's all straightened, I'm just going to go around and cut it. I'm going to cut probably a good at least 6 inches off the length because this is just too much for me. And then I'm going to layer it up a little bit. So I'm taking my hair cutting scissors, and first I'm just working on cutting off a lot of length. I'm not being precise or anything with this step. I'm just angling my scissors downwards and cutting off about 4 inches. And then I'm going to go back and do the same thing again, just cutting off a little more this time until I get to the desired length. I always cut the length little by little because I don't want to accidentally cut off too much and then regret it. And as you can see, when I cut off a lot of inches, the bottom of the wig looks pretty bulky and chunky, so that's what I'll be working on next. I want this wig to frame my face rather than be one length, so I'm taking about a finger's width of hair, brushing through it to get all the hairs in place, and then starting at my nose area and cutting with the scissors slanted way downwards. And I'm not cutting in big chunks, I'm cutting in really tiny motions, as you can see, so the hair has a nice gradual slant. So I just cut it all the way down, and then I go back up and do the same thing because I didn't get enough the first time. Like I said before, I always cut too little at first so I don't overdo it. I just repeat this process as many times as I need to until the hair starts to frame my face and slant downwards at a nice smooth angle. Once I'm done with the face framing hairs, I'm going to move all the way around the top layer of the rest of the wig and do the same exact thing, just cutting at a downward slant. This will make it look like the wig has layers rather than just being one length, and it'll help break up the chunkiness of the bottom of the wig as well. So I honestly just do this all over the wig until the bottoms look nice and thinned out. It might take a little bit, but just make sure you only cut the top half of the wig and not the bottom half. And then obviously I'm going to move to the other side and repeat the process, but since I'm right-handed, it definitely takes a lot longer to cut the right side of the wig because my hand's at a really weird angle, as you can see. So this does take a little bit longer, it's a little harder to do, but just be patient and it'll look fine. And then when all the layering is done, I like to take the ends of my hair and point the scissors upwards like this and just clip any sections that still look a little bit chunky. This will help thin them out one final time. Alright, so I'm all done cutting the hair finally. When all is said and done, I cut probably like 8 inches or so off of it, so that was quite a big chunk. I just wanted to get rid of like a lot of the length, and then I just layered it a little bit on the sides, framed my face a little bit, and thinned it out, and I'd say we're good. So now what I'm going to do to make it look a little bit more natural, I'm going to take my dry shampoo. This is Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. I'm just taking this because usually with most brightly colored synthetic wigs, they can have a tiny bit of shine to them. This one actually doesn't have too much shine, like I'm pretty impressed with how good it looks as it is. But just spraying a little bit of this on will take away some of that shine. Alright you guys, so that's pretty much it when it comes to how I straighten and cut my synthetic wigs. I've done this to 2 other wigs before, and I really like how it turned out on this one compared to how it looked in the beginning. I know this wig isn't for everybody, the color is kind of strange, but I really like it. It's one of my favorite colors, and I think it'll be perfect for Halloween coming up, so I'm really excited. So I will have all the info listed down below, like what kind of wig this is, where you can get it, all that stuff. This is $125 usually, but they give me a coupon code. It's just Hagey, my last name, and I think that gets you around $8 off. It's not an affiliate code or anything, so I don't make any money off of it. It's just for you guys if you want to save a little money. If you guys enjoy wearing wigs too, let me know what your favorite company is, because I'm literally always like looking for new companies to try wigs from, because I've gotten a little obsessed lately, if you guys couldn't tell. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more wig reviews, and I will see you guys later. Bye!